And
have you kept in touch with anyone from the cast? Obviously, while we're socially distancing, but via Zoom or FaceTime, do you guys keep in touch, or does it still not feel like? Okay.
We all Zoomed after the finale. Okay. And then after that, we've had like lots of sharing texts. We'll get like a random selfie. We got a random selfie from Ed. Loved it. Yeah, loved that. Love Ed. Love getting a random selfie from Ed or a random email. It's my favorite thing. But yeah, we have like a group chat and we message occasionally. I talk to Nolan and Rico so frequently. I mean, Nolan is one of my best friends in my life, and I love Rico so much. And I think it's just like, I think I'll see them a lot more. We're a lot closer in age, and you know, I live really close to Nolan, and I drop him off lasagnas, and you know, when he got his house, I like went to Bed Bath & Beyond. I was like, this is what you need. So it's kind of like Nolan and I really became siblings. Like I was like, oh brother, what brother, and I got it in Nolan, so I was really happy about that. So I talked to Nolan all the time, and Rico and I play phone darts, which is also great. And usually I win, but he's kind of.
You mentioned lasagna. I'm going to ask, but tell me if I can ask and like we actually talk about this. The thumb, only because it's being shown. So what happened here? Like what's going on?
You know, it wasn't on I didn't slice the top part of my thumb off on lasagna. Oh. I didn't. It was, I was trying to make Greek food.
Okay.
Because I'm Greek. And so I was like, all right, I want to try all these new things. I want to try and make this. I want to try and make this dish I love. And I had chopped 4 onions just before I chopped this one thing. Chopped 4 onions. It was great. And then I just got new knives too.
That'll do it.
So I went to chop a peeled tomato and slice the top part of my thumb off on a peeled tomato, which I felt, but it's funny too. Like, I feel like my boyfriend and I were looking at my thumb as I, like, we both like we were talking, and then like, as I did it, it sliced right there, and we both were just like,
you are kidding. Oh my God. Were you just like in shock? Do you even cry? I don't even know mentally how I would process.
Like, I was so shocked that it was like, more of like hyperventilating. I was like, I should be crying, but I'm just like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's like, I apparently sliced an artery or something like that. So I bled so much. And so we had to go to the hospital, and he actually brought the tip of my finger to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What? So it was like awful.
He was putting me in the car to go to the hospital, and I guess he grabbed the tip of my thumb and, went to the hospital, and he gave it to the nurse. Funny, she actually just gave it to me in a plastic bag and didn't like tell me that it was the tip of my thumb too. So I accidentally threw it away, and we had to go.
You are joking right now. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. This sounds
it's funny now. It's definitely very funny now. I mean, like, I didn't know the tip of my finger was in this little plastic bag, and we all threw it away in triage because I was bleeding on it, and then we had to go back and be like, I think it's in that little plastic bag.
Oh my God. Tell me you're okay. That's what the only reason I feel okay with like.
It's the top of my thumb. Okay. It definitely hurt and wasn't fun. And it was like a good portion of it, but it's at the same time, you know, it took great care of me. I wasn't like, obviously I was bleeding a lot, but again, it's my thumb. Like, so many people are in there for so much worse. And I was perfectly fine. It was more like, you know, get a tetanus shot, make sure you don't get an infection. You know, so it was simple. Like, I sliced my thumb off, and it's sad. Oh, well, the top of my thumb, not, you know, my whole thumb. Just bit. I will have just like a mildly sad looking thumb, so it'll be okay. It won't be bad. It'll be so
overall, you're okay.
Absolutely.
I feel well
during all this. Like, absolutely, it's like, this is the least of anyone's worries at the hospital for me. So it's like,
what would you say has been maybe your biggest lesson so far in quarantine? Maybe a tip for our viewers at home who are trying to figure out how to not lose their minds looking at their 4 walls, with or without a significant other or a sibling, maybe close quarters for a lot of folks.
I mean, I see a lot of people going on walks outside, and I think that's been very helpful for me. I'm not really a sunlight person, so I'm gonna wait until the evening. I don't like the heat. Like, I don't like heat. I go outside and I'm like, I'm sweating, and this is not okay.
You're right back in.
Right back inside. But like going around at night, like, I picked up Pokemon Go, And so now occasionally I will like drive around for like a mile or two in my car at night and catch Pokemon. And it like gets me out of my house and I have the windows down and I am, you know, doing my own thing. So that's it. I mean, I don't know, picking up a really weird hobby, honestly, like it's just the time to figure out things that you like, to find weird things you didn't know you like. I mean, it's hard to say because there's not so many options, you know, you want to stay away from people. It's like going to parks is kind of hard and doing stuff like that because it's like, you know, there's people everywhere. Nobody's really staying inside anymore. So it's kind of like, you know, to be able to, you know, socially distance and also get out of your house is a little difficult for some germaphobes like myself. So it's like, I don't know, it's rough. I feel like we're all at a certain point where it's like, we probably all watched all the shows we were going to watch. Like,
dude, I have seen everything there is for me to see.
Yeah. My boyfriend and I just started Handmaid's Tale. And that is stressful. I got to say that has been stressful. It's stressful.
I bet. I had to take a break when I started it just because it's so good, but it's so intense. I haven't been able to go back yet.
After the first season I was watching, I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
So whose pick was that? Like, do you guys alternate on who gets the remote? Because me and my boyfriend basically fight about it every night.
You know, no. I mean, we're pretty good with that. Like, there's no.
You're like, we have harmony in our relationship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, about like the TV, yeah, we're kind of chilling. We've tried watching all sorts of things. People have been telling us for so long to watch The Handmaid's Tale. I mean, just months to watch The Handmaid's Tale. And so it was kind of like at this point, like, we finished Love Island UK. We finished this show. Like, I finished Game of Thrones. It was kind of like at this point we were like, okay, what's left? And we were like, you know what? Let's just start The Handmaid's Tale. People have been bugging us about like, have you watched The Handmaid's Tale? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? It's my favorite show. And I'm like, okay, all right. Sat down and watched it, and we were stressed. We were definitely
stressed, but into it.
Stressed, but into it because it's just great. I mean, it's fantastic. It's really fantastic. We're gonna watch Waco next, trying to find, you know, good reality TV. I mean, it's like hard to say, you know, like Love Island UK, we loved it. The last season was great. But like Too Hot to Handle, the concept was interesting, but I was like, wow, this is
okay. We're doing this.
This is a lot for my brain to process that this is what's happening here.